Hello everyone, it's your girl Billie Jane here with PCAL Financial Group, Partnership in Creating a Legacy. I love to help families create a knowledge legacy using the gift of education and our ESPs. I'm also really passionate about helping families create a hedge of protection around their legacies using insurance, and even step further for business owners, coming up with some creative strategies to not only protect but also enhance their business legacies, also with some creative and strategic insurance solutions. So what day is it today? It's Tip Tuesday, and I'm so glad to be here with another tip of the week. You're probably thinking, Billie Jane, why are you looking so fancy? Okay, I gotta be admitted. Listen, I cannot wait to see the stylist, and I'm like, I'm not coming out here with my hair not did. Okay, so this is the do for today, and yes, I'm rocking it. So I am so thrilled to be back here, with another tip of the week. And what are we talking about this week? This week we're talking about protecting legacy, but using one particular element regards that. And that is related to cash management. Managing your cash flow really defines how well you can build your legacy. So that's one of the foundational steps in building a legacy. Now, this month, August, did you know that August, or 8, the number 8, stands for new beginnings? And 7 for July stands for completion. So I thought this week it'd be really awesome to talk about new beginnings, especially as it relates to cash management. Now, last month, our month of completion, PCAL hosted its first Legacy Money Domination series. We kicked it off with this awesome date night with Miss Hadriana Leo, the money navigator. She came to visit with, a couple of my family members to work through this, which was so much fun and so healing and cleansing and cathartic. We didn't realize how great it was going to be. And so just reflecting on last month, the month of completion, as it relates to that and setting the stage for new beginnings, let me just tell you a little bit about what happened. So date night, it was so great. The first thing we did before we even jumped into anything was to talk about our biggest financial hurdle. So what is that big financial hurdle that you're working on? And don't just stop there. You gotta dig deeper. It's almost like why. Keep asking why to peel the onion layers around that to get more to the core. So you find out what's the hurdle in front of the hurdle, which is timely since we are in the Olympics right now, and hurdle, I love it. That's my event. So anyway, we're talking about hurdles and the hurdle before in front of the hurdle. And so let's just take an example for one of my families. Mention that earnings is the big hurdle. Okay, needs to make more money, don't we all? Okay, so the question then is like, well, what is the hurdle in front of that? And as we kept digging and digging, we discovered that her issue is really around making decisions. She researches to the point of analysis paralysis and doesn't make a decision. So that's her biggest hurdle when it comes to increasing earnings and exploring opportunities for that. So that was so great. So that was the lens we were using and thinking about as we went through the remainder of the activities. So date night, DATE, each of them, it's an acronym and they each have meanings. So D means to disconnect. So once we've established these things, before we jump into looking at numbers or anything, we disconnect from those numbers, disconnect from what it means. We do not define ourselves by that. We do not attach shame or judgment. Our numbers are really a reflection of past decisions, and we are a new being right now, aren't we? New month, new beginnings. Okay, so we just disconnected from that. So that was so good to finally give yourself that space to release, no judgment about the past. And then A was for align. And before we actually got into the alignment, we started to talk about the affirmation, right? What is it that we are speaking over ourselves in this new month, right? And what is our big goal for this month? So using that example about income, the affirmation is that I make decisions. I'm a good decision maker as it relates to my finances, okay? And then the goal is I'm going to increase my income, or I'm going to decide on how I'm going to increase my income whatever it is, by X percent or by X dollars. That's the goal. All right. So that was the first, the first activity as it relates to aligning, looking at that affirmation and goal. Okay. What are we looking ahead to? And then T stands for tabulate. So now let's track the numbers. Let's take our head out of the sand and look at the numbers. So we look at our past numbers. Okay. What have we done? And then what are our current numbers? I'm sorry. No, we're looking at current. I was right. All right, I got to look at my notes. Last and current. So what were our last numbers in the area that's moving the needle for you? For in this case, for my client, it was moving the needle for earnings. So what were her earnings last month? And let's track what's the activity happening this month, right? So then she can compare. All right. So tracking the earnings or whatever it is that is going to move the needle for you. Okay. So in her case, it was earnings. And then the last one for E was expectation. So let's set an expectation for the month ahead, right? So new beginnings is the expectation for how I'm going to move the needle in building my legacy by wrangling in, my cash management. So in her case, for instance, her expectation is she is going to explore 2 ways that she can earn some more income. She's exploring side hustle and maybe a part-time gig, okay? And she's going to explore that and she's going to make a decision on what she's going to do. And that is going to help her move the needle and she's going to, start her trajectory that way. Isn't that fun? So that was such an amazing reflection looking at the last month of completion and moving forward now in new beginnings. So new beginnings is how are we going to manage our cash flow, our cash management into the new month and help to build that amazing legacy that we want to build. So that was something that I was reflecting on, an exercise that I was doing with the ladies. It was great. But what is a new beginning for you? August. The 8th month, new beginning. What does that mean for you? What are you planning to happen as you explore this new beginning in your legacy journey? I want to know. Put it in the chat. Is it the chat? Yeah. Is it the chat? No, that's what they say on YouTube. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear, or maybe it is the chat. Anyway, I'd love to hear from you. So please do that. And if you want some support, where you can reach me here on social media at PCAL Financial Group, or you can reach me on email, info@pcalfinancialgroup.ca, my website, pcalfinancialgroup.ca. I would love to hear from you. So I'm looking forward to seeing your thoughts about new beginnings and being back with you with another tip of the week next week. Have a good one. Bye.